He had conceded.
No, cause I am Catholic too. I can talk to him about it,
Yeah,
buddy.
he's fine. And what's up? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
He's better for getting rid of abortion than Kamala was.
Okay.
Oh,
If I
abortion
were able to
again.
prove to you that Democrats would save more lives than Republicans, would you support Democrats over Republicans,
Um,
including all abortions that happen in America every year?
if you were to prove me what?
If I were able to prove to you Democrats would save more lives than Republicans, would you support Democrats over Republicans?
I support Trump. Okay.
That wasn't the question that I asked you. The question that I asked you was if Democrats would have saved more lives than Republicans, accounting for all the abortions that these crazy liberals do. Would you support Democrats over Republicans, right? Because when you say abortion and you want to get rid of abortion, well, that's because you don't want a life to be murdered, right? Or is it because you want to control women's bodies? Which one?
Yeah, I don't like murder.
Okay, so if you don't like murder, then it would be the lesser of two evils, meaning if Democrats save more lives than Republicans do, you would prefer Democrats over Republicans because they save more lives, yes?
Probably.
Okay, Democrats would have saved more lives because Donald Trump cut USAID by a tune of 92%, which would lead to 14.5 million deaths by the year of 2030, 4.5 million of them being children. And we see historical context of this by 90 million lives being saved via USAID for decades, right? So you do the math, you can
What's
find out how many lives are
USAID?
going to be saved. It's going to be an international aid that goes to different countries to help stop the spread of for example, any diseases that unalive people, providing them food, clean water. That it helps these other countries, and we fund that. So therefore, you support Democrats because Trump cut USAID, which would lead to 14 million people dying by the year of
Dead.
2030. 2030.
Dude is
Um,
dead.
And Democrats wouldn't have done this. So 14 million people would have been saved under Democratic leadership. That's accounting
wait,
for all the
where'd you
abortion.
get that statistic?
Yeah, Lancet study.
Um, 70 million abortions happen per year.
What's wrong with
That's across the
abortion?
world. That's across the world, not in America. We're taking only account in America and what the
But our
leadership does in America.
influence can impact across the world because we're the most influential country. So
Okay, that's
if we
still not
get
an
rid of
argument.
abortion in this country, it will get rid of abortion worldwide.
That's not true.
So yes, I choose Trump still.
That is not true. What has Trump done for pro-life policy?
Um, over Kamala, letting the states decide.
Okay. So you just want states to. So he didn't do anything, right? He just implemented judges to make them have the states decide, right? Also, since the
Yeah,
overturning
he
of Roe v.
didn't do
Wade, there's been an
anything,
increase in abort. Since the overturning of Roe v. Wade, there's been an increase in abortions.
but by voting for him, it doesn't let Kamala make it legal in every state.
So
So
no, you would actually prefer progressive policy because under progressive policy, we'd see a decrease in abortions because progressives advocate for social safety nets, i.e., helping new mothers being able to provide for their family, and we see the main reason for abortion or a big reason is going to be financial instability within households. So when we implement these progressive policies to help these new moms, we can also see a decrease in abortions because then that main reason would kind of disappear whenever they have more help. Under Republican leadership, they take away these social safety nets, and we also see abortion increase, as seen after the overturning of Roe v. Wade and since Trump has been in office.
I think we need a quick increase in abortion now to get it down later in the years.
What's the logic behind that? More people die now, and then less people are gonna die. What's the logic behind it?
So by taking away, they're going to other states to get abortions,
Okay,
right?
what if a progressive leader wins 2028, like AOC or Ro Khanna, and then they implement like a federal law that says everyone can get abortions on the weekends for free?
Yeah, then that's too bad. But
So then your logic
that's why
doesn't
I
work
voted for
then,
the
right?
Republicans.
But your
Sad.
logic doesn't
You're
work then,
saying,
right?
what if a Democrat becomes president in
No,
2028?
when I should say when the Democrat wins in 2028, they could just
No,
implement
it's
abortion
not when
policies
though.
for
It's what
execution.
if.
No, it's when.
How about you use a real valid argument instead of
It
what
is a
if?
real valid argument
How
that
do
is
you know a
logically
progressive
possible.
is gonna win
It is logically
2028?
possible for a progressive to win in 2028.
Yeah, but you said when.
Yeah,
No,
because Democrats are going
no,
to
you
win in
need to use
2020.
proper grammar, buddy, and say what if.
Well, no, Democrats are going to win in 2020. I'm sorry, your feelings
All
are
right,
hurt.
that's wrong. You know it's not 100% that they're gonna win.
JD Vance already canceled.
Can you use common
Is
sense in this
advocating.
argument? You're
I
getting
am using
cooked.
common sense. I'm getting cooked.
We need. It is necessary for us to have more abortions now for us to be progress to a national ban
Okay,
or
why?
however
What's
you want to
wrong?
do
Can
that.
you name me? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask him, what is your problem with abortion?
I am actually a good person and I care about other human beings.
Okay, name me one other instance where bodily autonomy of someone, where someone dying supersedes the bodily autonomy of another person. Name me one other instance besides abortion.
Um,
Uh,
draft.
no, what?
The draft.
Someone isn't dying when you're going to get drafted, right?
Your life is put at risk.
No, we're
So is
talking.
a
I asked
pregnant
you the
woman.
question. Name me one other instance where someone dying supersedes that of the bodily autonomy of another person.
No, the fetus isn't dying. You're just killing it.
In an abortion, you're saying if the fetus isn't dying, you're just killing it. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's not already dying if you wouldn't
If
firsthand
you
kill
kill
it.
it, it dies.
Yeah, but it's not dying
So it
before
is
you
dying.
have an abortion.
Wait a
It
second. Wait a second.
it
It
does.
could be, and it
Yeah,
totally
it
could
could.
be. Think about someone that's severely septic,
But
right? A pregnant woman that's severely septic, the child would be dying. They would have to perform an abortion.
But again, the question is like, name me one other instance where the death of someone or the potential death of someone supersedes that of the bodily autonomy of the person, right? Like for example, I can give you the kidney example. If I caused a car crash with you because I was drunk driving, I caused it, and you need one of my kidneys or else you'll die, should I be legally obligated to give you one of my kidneys? Yes or no?
Um, Wait, repeat the question.
Oh my god.
Just repeat it real quick.
Can you just tell me one instance where the death or potential death of someone supersedes the bodily autonomy of a person?
Yeah, a draft.
Okay, again, that doesn't work because
You
I don't
force
agree with the
someone
draft.
to go to the military.
I don't think people
Well, it
should get
doesn't matter
drafted.
that you don't agree with
I'm
it. You
against
just told me to
being
name a
drafted,
situation
but
where it happens.
that is not hold on, that is not analogous because I asked you name an instance where someone's
That's an
potential
instance.
death, right? So getting drafted doesn't
You get
lead to
drafted,
someone
fight for the
potentially
military
dying within the draft.
to
Right?
save
That's only if they get
Americans'
deployed and
lives.
then there's a war started under Republican leadership.
Yeah, they do
Now,
that to save American lives. So yeah, just name me a situation. If you don't like it, buddy, how about you don't use the argument?
like I said, again, so if you want to make the argument that they're saving American lives, yes, I don't agree with the draft either.
Yeah, well, you just asked me to name you a situation.
Okay, name me another one. Go ahead.
Name you another one? I
Yeah.
just named one. That's good enough, buddy.
Name
I
me
think
two
he's
more.
Canadian.
I'm
Are you
American.
Canadian? You're American?
Yeah.
Name me two more. Name me two more instances.
Name me two more.
Yeah.
I just named you one. That's enough.
Name me two more.
Why do I need several instances where this happens?
Because you want to violate the bodily autonomy of a woman when it comes to a fetus in the womb.
You're
So name me
violating the
three.
bodily autonomy. You're violating actually the right to life.
No, people don't have the right to life as deemed by
Wait.
international law until they're born.
Wait, and you just said you're violating the right to life.
Yeah.
Okay. I
By
want to.
killing a human being.
Okay, what is your problem with abortion?
It's murder.
Okay, so it's murder when a woman's life is at risk.
I have one exception.
That's your exception?
Yeah.
When the life is at risk? Okay, what about a little kid that got raped?
No. Unless their
You
life
think that she should be forced to have a child?
Yeah. Unless
Are
their
you
life
pro
is
child
at risk.
torture?
No, I'm not. I am.
Is it the government's job to do what is best for a child when it comes to a horrid situation?
The government's job to put lives first.
Cool. So it's the government's job to protect children, right? So let me give
To
you
put lives
let me give you a
first.
scenario. If a 12-year-old rape victim gets impregnated, I think they should be legally obligated to get an abortion. Why? A, kids can't consent. Kids cannot consent to pregnancy. meaning the child cannot consent to pregnancy either. 2, when it comes to pregnancy with a 12-year-old, that's child torture or abortion, right? Both of these are horrible when it comes to a 12-year-old. A 12-year-old should not experience this,
First of
but
all,
the
there's
abortion is
natural
going to be
order that you
preferable
don't
compared to
consent
child
to. It just
torture.
happens.
No, yes, children can't consent to pregnancy.
Yeah, there's a natural order that you don't consent to. It just happens.
Right.
And
Children
then you
cannot
don't
consent to
unalive
pregnancy.
people to stop it.
Again, children, a little girl cannot consent to pregnancy, right? And
You
consent
don't
to
need
sex
to
isn't consent to
consent to pregnancy.
Yes, you do. What? Hello? Yes, you do.
You need
What
to
the
That's why there's
fuck?
abortions.
consent to
That's why
sex,
there's
but not
abortions.
pregnancy.
Well, that's why there's abortions, right? That's
Yeah,
consent
and
to
that's why we
pregnancy.
need to
If
get
you
rid
want to
of
go through with the
abortion.
pregnancy, you don't get an abortion. If you don't want to go through with the pregnancy, you get an abortion.
Wait, can I ask you
We
something?
need to get rid of
State King,
abortion.
can you carry a pregnancy? Is it possible for you to have a baby?
Okay, Jeremiah was arguing in good faith, and then you see I cooked him, so now you have to go to this
I'm just
argument.
asking you a
Now you have
question.
to go to this argument.
Yeah, no,
So
Jeremiah
can
was
you have a
actually
baby? Do you
cooking
have a
you.
uterus?
Jeremiah was cooking you.
So
Could
how
you
about you tell Jeremiah to shut up and stop talking about
can
abortions?
you
You
tell
can't
me
have a
where
baby.
can
I
you tell me where
typically don't talk
conception
about
occurs?
abortion.
Well, you are, bud.
Can you tell me where conception occurs?
Not specifically, no.
No, okay, and you're arguing for abortion here. Okay,
Yeah.
you should know the basic anatomy of how conception occurs, where pregnancy grows, all of those things. You should know all those processes before you come up here and you
Nope.
start to argue for
I don't need to
women's
know every way
access to abortion.
that a human being can get murdered to know that murder is wrong.
No. But I'm telling you, that's not how. I'm telling you, or I'm asking you a question on these simple things about abortion, these simple things about pregnancy and how it occurs and how the process works. And you can't even explain that. You don't even know where conception occurs.
That's irrelevant, bro.
No, it's very relevant. It's very relevant because you should know those things in order to be arguing against abortion. If
No,
you
I
don't
don't
know,
need to know
if
that.
you don't know the process of pregnancy, you should not be arguing abortion.
I know what I need to know.
Okay, so what's a gestation stage?
Repeat the question.
Gestation, what is that?
This is embarrassing.
Wait, it's a period of time where a fetus develops inside the uterus before birth.
Yes, okay, but what happens in that period?
Google AI. Hey chat.
What happens?
What happens in
A lot of
the
stuff
stage of-
happens actually.
Yeah, see, look at this is you're a very
A lot
weak
of stuff
man.
happens. Am I wrong?
You're a very, very, very weak man, and it seems like
No, I just cooked Jeremiah. That's crazy. I got his viewership down to 20, and now you
No,
have to.
You
You
got
have
my
to talk
viewership
about
down to
this.
20 because you're low IQ. That's why.
Yeah, and you're
No,
embarrassing.
if I was low IQ and you cooked me like you cooked the last guy, your viewership would go up.
Oh, you admit I cooked the last guy? I used the
Yeah,
same
you
argument
did.
against you.
I
And you failed
admit
to
he had a
dispute my
dumb.
argument.
He had a
Therefore,
dumb
you cooked-
argument.
I cooked
Now I
you.
have a
And
different
so do you,
Holy
and so do
self-cook.
you.
No, he was arguing from a religious standpoint. I have a better argument than him. That's why
Okay,
your
The
viewers are
argument you
down.
provided fails because you can't give me 3 instances where the inevitable death of someone supersedes that of the bodily autonomy of a
I
person.
gave you one, and that's enough,
I
bud.
asked you for 3. It's first off. Second off, I also asked you multiple other questions that you have failed to respond to. I mean, you couldn't tell me. I mean, if I ask you right now, why is murder wrong? Well, why is killing wrong?
Why is killing wrong? Killing is not wrong
Okay, killing isn't wrong. So why is abortion wrong?
because abortion is murder.
Okay, what is murder?
Unjustified killing of a
Okay,
human
why is
Okay,
being.
you just
abortion
said
unjust?
killing's not wrong.
Yeah, and
Well,
unjustified
I
killing
would
is
argue.
wrong.
I would argue. I think murder is the unjust termination of a human life. But why is abortion unjust?
There's just no valid reason to.
Sure, there is. Bodily
It
autonomy.
doesn't.
Bodily
But
autonomy
Yeah.
is reason.
financial well-being. If people
I
can't
don't think
support
the
a child
reasons to have an
financially,
abortion overruns human life.
Again, bodily
That's why it's
autonomy
unjust.
supersedes that of someone potentially dying. Bodily
That's
autonomy
right.
supersedes that.
That's right.
Yeah,
And not
that's
only
why I
that
have
too,
the
but
one
think about it this
exception.
way. Think about it this way. What if you force somebody to give birth to let's say we forced a pregnant person to give birth. Okay, but they did not have they're not financially stable enough to take care of that child. that child would die. Okay, they would die.
No,
from
it's called an
starvation.
adoption center. Lock
Yeah,
in,
okay.
bro.
Adoption isn't guaranteed. That's not
Do
like
you understand the
Yeah,
issues
I'm
with
not
adoption
saying they have to
centers?
get adopted. I'm saying that they have a place.
Do you understand the adoption centers and what's wrong with them? Any rates, right? The suicide rates, the rates of like of of any of this? Like, do you
So
understand any of
since
the
a
rates of how
percent of
horrible?
them are gonna commit suicide, we should just kill them before. That doesn't make sense.
We should
You're getting rid of more lives to.
if a woman wants to get an abortion, yes, they should be able to for whatever or any reason.
No,
Right?
You just said what's the
So you
suicide
said
rate?
murder is so you said murder is the unjust termination of human life, and you think abortion is unjust because there's no reason to terminate that human life.
that's what you
There's no
said.
reason that overturns life. There's no reason
Okay,
that's
sure. So
bigger
then
than
pulling the
life.
plug is murder, right?
Pulling the plug is murder. Um, well,
So is that a yes?
they have no potential of future life.
Okay, now it's about potentiality, right? So you think
Holy.
pulling out
Yeah,
is
it's
wrong
always
because
been. You just haven't
whenever
asked that.
okay, so then you think pulling out is wrong if it's based on potentiality. You think if a man pulls out of a woman, therefore it's wrong and it should be illegal because that there could have been a potential human life being formed if they didn't pull out. You also think contraceptives are wrong, and you think saying no during so you think consent is also wrong, and you think and it actually boils down to this extreme view that rape is okay.
No, I never said that. Your
That's what
logic
your view
isn't
leads to.
adding up. Then.
Potentiality leads to that. Potentiality, right? Because if someone says no to sex, that means it won't lead to a human life being formed, right? And
Yeah, but
you
the
think that
human
should be
life isn't
illegal.
already there. When you're pulling the plug, the human life is
Okay,
already
so
there.
now you added another set of criteria, and that's it being
It's
a
always been
potential
human
future
life.
and a human life. Yes.
Wow, I made this girl rage quit.
No, you're
It's
just low
always been
IQ.
human life, bud.
Low. Okay, human life and the potentiality for human life. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, if you would have asked that like you did,
How
you
can
would
there
have
be
got
human
that.
life and a potential for human life at the same time?
Because never mind. Yeah, pulling the plug is wrong. Yeah.
Pulling the plug is murder. Look at
Yeah.
what I got you to do.
That
So
was
you
your
think
last argument, and I admitted it. So now tell me how it's right to pull the plug.
Because there is no reason for a person not to pull the plug. There's nothing wrong with it because they don't have a sentience, right? They have past, right? Past subjective experience, but they don't have present or future, right? It's a conjugate, past or present, congruent with future. Same as a fetus. They
So it
don't
is
have past or
potential.
present.
So it is
No, it's
potential.
past or present, congruent with future, right?
You said future, bro.
I said 3 words. Can you repeat the 3 words I said?
Past, present, or future?
Past or present and future. So it's not potentiality alone. It's the fact that they need to have sentience or that they have had sentience, i.e. a coma patient. They have had sentience and they will have sentience. That's why it's wrong to unalive a coma patient.
So it is wrong.
A
So
coma
you just
patient is
admitted it
different
was
from
wrong.
a brain dead patient. Holy moly.
Yeah, so why aren't you giving the answer to a brain dead patient?
Because a brain dead patient doesn't have present or future, they only have past.
Bloody hell.
A coma patient has past and present, therefore they meet the conjunct.
A brain dead patient, his brain can be alive again.
No. If their brain is alive again, they got misdiagnosed. Brain death is the irreversible death of the brain.
No, you can become dead and then back alive.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can, bro. Look it up.
If you did, you got
You're getting
misdiagnosed
cooked,
and
so
you
you
were
just have to
probably
be
in
like,
a coma.
Yo, I'm about to search it up for you, bro.
Search it up.
You die.
There's someone else that wants to come up here as well, so I'll give them a shot, and then I'll probably.
Oh, yeah, Jeremiah's. Whenever you're done with this little brain dead analogy, I need to speak to him about the system.
I played with my fingers actually. Go ahead, you can explain. Like I don't
Yeah.
have the exact rates. I'm assuming you do, but go ahead.
Well, nah, State King.
Yeah.
You brought up the adoption system and just the system of people going into foster care if their parents don't take well of care of them. Do you realize how harmful that system is and what they actually do to kids in that system and where a lot of kids actually end up? I was in foster care for 4 years.
And guess what? You're alive, so
Oh, guess what? I'm on medication for the rest of my life.
I
So
don't
if I
think. Okay, that doesn't
I've been
matter. I don't
put
think we
I've
should
been
have
put in
killed you because now
hospitals.
you're on
Wait,
medication.
hold on. You're interrupting me. I've been put in hospitals for my mental health. I've attempted multiple times. I've had to gotten crazy help. This is not healthy for children at all. It never will be.
All right,
The
so
system
we.
is not. Wait, hold on. Did you hear about the 3-year-old boy that got murdered in foster care by his own foster mother and his foster mother's kid? Do you realize how dangerous the system is? They don't even do background checks anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Can I respond now?
Go ahead.
So you're saying we.
No, let me just give you the stats real quick. So, former foster youths are around 4 to 5 times more likely to be hospitalized for suicide attempts than the general populations, as well as again 4 to 5 more times, and they're more likely to 4 to 5 more times to be have drug dependence than adolescents who have never been in foster care, as well as abuse rates within the system and outside of the system, comparing it to the general population and then within the system it is higher a higher abuse rates within the system and outside the system. People who have been in the system compared to people who have never been in the system, abuse rates are higher, whether it be because of the system or their foster parents. Abuse rates are much higher. These rates are horrible. We need to fix the adoption center if you want to ban abortion and have kids be in the adoption centers. And on top of that, you also have to adopt children. Why don't you pledge to adopt 20 children right now?
Yeah, right
No,
now.
no, I'm good. Can I respond
Right.
though?
So you want women to be forced to go to the pregnancy,
You just
violate their
made a
daughter's
claim. Can I
autonomy,
And
respond,
then you
buddy?
don't even
and then
want the
put their children and then
kids.
put their children in the adoption center, but you don't
You
want
just
to
made a
adopt
claim.
children.
Can I respond?
One
Respond.
more thing. One more thing. I'll just add on to that. So again, you don't want to do adoption centers. On top of that, if you want to reduce abortions, you need to have progressive policy, i.e., social safety nets. But go ahead and respond.
So we should kill human beings because some of those human beings are going to get abused.
We should kill human beings if the
We
woman
should
wants to.
we should kill 100% of human beings because,
No, I am not
like,
advocating
let's
for
just say
forceful
20%
abortions.
are going to get abused.
You're misconstrued. You're
Well, that
misconstrued.
was
It's
your
not twenty
argument,
percent.
buddy.
No, I didn't say 100% of them. If the woman wants to get an abortion, they should be able to get an abortion. Therefore, yeah, sure, whatever. But the point is, you
Well,
didn't
I
respond. The
already I
rates
already
are
debunked
horrible,
that claim, but
and you don't even want to adopt yourself. And progressive
yeah,
policy
I'm
would
good.
be preferable because they help with social safety nets. Therefore, social safety nets reduce the amount of abortions that happen per year.
So which one is it, buddy? Is it because the mother wants to, or is it because they're going to get abused and
Because
suicidal?
the mother wants to. That's why.
So
So
why are
the
you
rates that
talking
I
about suicidal rates
because
and
you
abuse?
because you brought up the adoption rate, you brought up adoption, and I'm just telling you the adoption system is horrible. The rates are horrible, right? So if you want people to force women to
Yeah,
go through
so we
pregnancy, you
shouldn't
need to
kill
fix the
them
system
to.
first.
We shouldn't kill
No,
them
we shouldn't.
because
If someone wants
20%
to
are going
put
to
a
get
kid in
killed.
the adoption center, feel free to do so. But we also need to fix that adoption center and the system, right? What its basis upon is bodily autonomy of the woman.
I'm too lazy to fix it, so
Right,
I really
exactly.
can't.
Because you are literally a little boy who doesn't know anything, and that's up to you. I'm